How would I do in the clubs in Budapest?
Terribly.
Good.
Hello and welcome to another In Conversation with live at the Devon Business Show 2023. Here we are at Plymouth Pavilions. Yes, another one, another. Yes, brilliant. Do you know what? I'm actually really worried about this panel. I can tell you right now. We have with us here our zone partners. Zone partners is from the University of Exeter, who are very kindly our business services zone partner. We have Joe Pearce. Hello, Joe. Hello.
Good morning.
Our sustainability zone partner, we have the one and only Paul Montgomery, Sir Fix-a-Lock, otherwise known as. Hello there. And also we have Jessica Hogben as well from Plymouth Active Leisure, who is our leisure, tourism and hospitality zone partner. Hello.
Good morning.
And this other gentleman who's getting jiggy with the theme tune to my side is, I don't know, who are you?
I really hope that wasn't being streamed out. I was dancing to the theme tune. It's Stuart Alford, Chief Executive of the Chamber of Commerce. Hello.
He's the boss. He's the boss. He's the one in charge. So let's just actually start with you, Stuart.
Oh.
I know. You've been out there. You've been on the floor. I've been here in this studio, kind of raised up a bit like question time or something like that. What's it like down there?
I'm not just saying this. It's absolutely fantastic. There's an amazing buzz. I tried to guide the Lord Mayor around earlier. He opened the show. And he stopped and spoke to everyone, and he kept saying to me, "Oh, this is brilliant! Look what's going on! Oh, I've learned so much! It's fantastic!" So really, really good buzz. I think there's business actually being done down there. Time will tell, but it sounds like people are really here for serious business, you know. And what I love is we've got a real diverse range of stands, a really diverse range of people, lots of younger people. You know, it's not the traditional old stuffy business show. There's fun games, there's VR headsets, there's all sorts of stuff going on. I've just gone out live on Radio Devon next door, which was mildly
getting
terrifying.
round, isn't he? He's getting round.
I am a bit of a media tart at the moment. And next door we've got City College, and their students are giving hand massages, and you can have your hair put up. Sadly, I don't have enough to put up.
But you do have two pairs of hands.
But I have two pairs of hands. It is fantastic.
Excellent.
Absolutely fantastic.
Excellent. So thank you very much to the three of you as well for coming on board and supporting us in this event. Events like this are so important to hold. When COVID hit, they said, they'll never be back. And we're now, is this the third one after COVID? I think it is the third. Yeah. I think it might be the third. We've obviously
Isn't that
got...
bad? No, second, surely.
Second, third? Second after COVID. Why are they still so important? I'm going to owe this up for like a group discussion. Why are events like this still key?
Business goes on. It never stopped because of COVID. People who said it wasn't are the naysayers. Business has actually expanded and got better, and those who have thrived have pushed on. I think business shows like this are testament to the fact that business is still going on and growing better than what it was before.
And go ahead. Were you going to add to it?
I was.
You was. Then you may add away.
Thank you so much. I was going to say it's just good to connect with other businesses in a human element of like the interaction. So I think it is really important that we do business shows like this, because we can all talk to each other and we can talk to the public as well when they come in. So I think it's that human interaction is important at the moment.
And Joe from the university.
Yeah, absolutely. For the University of Exeter, I think equally for the University of Plymouth and Marjon, who I see here as well, being visible within the business community is really important. I think it's easy to sort of forget the full range of skills and knowledge and resources that our great regional universities have and that they can offer to businesses. And I think for SMEs in particular, there's a huge amount of value can be gained from engaging with universities. And you do business face to face, in person, shaking hands, looking in the eye, and being able to ask people how we can help. And this is a great venue to be able to do that.
Do you know that it's funny, the COVID thing, you know, COVID was terrible. It was an awful time for a lot of people and very sad. But there were a few good things came out of it. You know, people say COVID was the digital transformation officer you didn't want or know you needed. We all had to adapt. Would we be doing a podcast now if we hadn't gone through that and been more online and more interactive? But I completely agree with Joe. It's about people who can't beat being in a room, looking someone in the eye, shaking hands, and get a feel for, do you actually want to do business with these people? Because you've got to like someone in business. You know, people do business with people they like, and it's hard to do that online, and it's possible. But this is where the meetings start. This is where those first connections start. I think it's really exciting.
And it's also about you. It's not just about meeting the people that come through the door. You get to meet each other, don't you? There's a lot of networking that goes on at events like this, isn't there? You're good at networking. What's the top tip and the skill behind networking?
Talk to everyone. Don't leave anyone behind. It's quite hard sometimes.
Come a bit closer to your microphone, because I must say I love his accent.
He's got a great accent. You just can't hear it.
I know. Never mind.
Translate it.
So say again, just slower for the rest of it. No, go ahead.
I practice my accent every day. No, you've got to have the element of seeing people, and you've got to see as many people as possible and try and talk to people and be friendly and smiling. And I think that everyone actually wants to come and talk to you rather than you actually trying to find a business by doing that, and giving people a stand that people want to come and talk about as well, being different.
Engaging with each other is so key, and obviously at Active Leisure you're all about engagement.
We are.
When it comes to business shows like this, what's your message? What are you here to communicate?
I think just to communicate who we are and what we're trying to do within the community. We have Plymouth Life Centre, Plimpton and the outdoor pools, and for us it's about making the leisure centres a community wellbeing centre and getting people in and engaging with other businesses to make us all one big community so that we can all work together for the people of Plymouth and the surrounding areas.
Community is so important, isn't it? The business community is one of it, a very equally as important one.
Yeah, well, I think we're amongst friends, and I can give a little sneak announcement now, which I'm going to announce on stage.
You've been dying to do this.
I have. I cannot blooming wait. So on stage in about 10 minutes, I will be announcing that next year's business show will be at a completely new venue, bigger, exciting, really proud to partner with them. You wouldn't think of it naturally as a conference centre, but it will be at Plymouth Life Centre, and I cannot tell you how exciting it's going to be. They've got a massive sports hall. We'll have 40% more stands in there. They're going to open up the climbing wall, the bouldering, the swimming pool, the gym, the yoga studio. We're going to make it about people. We're going to make it about health and well-being. It's going to be the year of people next year, where people, planet, purpose are strategic priorities. And I can't tell you what a joy they've been to work with. And I've been dying to say it's going to be brilliant.
The cat is now out the bag.
It is.
Yeah, bigger, better, more stands, more opportunities to network and meet each other. Absolutely fantastic. University of Exeter, and meeting people is so key to getting on in business. You obviously teach that to the future leaders, don't you, with regards to those that are coming up the ranks?
Absolutely, and I think it's a real focus within universities at the moment, that you've got to look beyond the core discipline that you go there to study and think about those, what I refer to as sort of entrepreneurial skills that are transferable into any career path. So thinking about problem solving, thinking about creativity and design in getting market fit with the solutions you're developing, having resilience, and developing those soft skills alongside the core discipline is absolutely key. That's a big element of what we offer to students at Exeter. And I think that's what makes our students so attractive to businesses. They're employable because they bring more than a degree. They bring an element of those life skills that can mean that they can add value very quickly into organisations.
And this is a room of opportunity, isn't it?
It is, and I'm so pleased that Exeter here, as are Marjon and University of Plymouth. I think, I've seen the education institutions work together like better than never before. It's so good for the county, and in the same way we've got the whole of Devon here. This isn't, although we are based in Plymouth, this isn't the Plymouth Business Show, this is the Devon Business Show. We've got Exeter Chamber here. We are all working in partnership and collaboration. I'm seeing that more and more in Devon. It's really exciting.
Now, when it comes to the types of people that come through the doors to business shows like this, it's fair to say it isn't just businesses. There are so many people who want to kind of experience the conversations that we can have here. Would it be the kind of place where, I don't know, a young entrepreneur could bring their CV along and present it to someone? Last year, someone got a job by talking at a stand. Yeah, they met someone, they talked to them, they were offered a job. And that's what we want. This is open to everybody. The public can come in. And although people think of chambers of commerce as B2B, do you know our chamber members employ nearly 100,000 people? So there's 100,000 people that you can market to, so we're also B2C. And you can see that out there. There are people just wandering about, seeing who they can meet. Entrepreneurship is such a key thing today. It's like, I've always been somebody who thought, if you don't have a job, then make a job for you. Obviously, there's a lot more to it than that, and some people make it, some people don't. We've got students from
I'm sorry, I'm burbling. We have students from Discovery College. I'm
Yes.
so excited, that's
Yeah.
what it is. From Discovery College, who are doing business studies, who are helping us. So they're helping with registration, they're helping at the
Yeah.
show. It's really, really important to immerse young people in the business scene. What's it all about?
Yeah, that's really good actually, giving them the opportunity to have that hands-on experience. Entrepreneurship, you're an entrepreneur, Paul. Yes, you are. You've won awards for it. There's a good future ahead of a lot of people who apply the right skills and the right attitude to their outlook, isn't there?
Yes, it's important to not just practice your skills, but let people know about your skills. A lot of the skills that I have that people don't even know about, and trying to get that message out to everyone is very difficult. People don't know, for example, that we do PVC windows, they think this locks, and being at a show like this is a good chance to be able to talk to people about the skills that we can do for all of our business here.
And obviously, if you're an entrepreneur, you're running a business, or you're training or doing something in education, health and well-being is something that you need to kind of bring it all back to in order to have the right mindset, positive mental attitude, good mental health. That's really important, isn't it?
It's so important, I think, especially nowadays when everything is so online and it can be quite isolating and lonely. Mental health, getting out into centres, coming to a business show, you talk to people, you talk to other people on the journey with you, and I think that is really important for mental health, as well as doing the sport and getting the fitness. It's that meeting other people and the social interactions that come along with that make you feel included and supported.
And also, whilst I've got Stuart here, Chief Executive of the Devon and Plymouth Chamber of Commerce and host of the very well-renowned In Conversation with podcast series.
Thank you. Available on Apple iTunes and Spotify.
And more. So networking is obviously the typical thing that chambers are pretty much attributed to doing or bringing about. But it's not just about networking, is it?
It's so much more, and I think that traditionally is something we've actually fought against, the idea that it's just about networking. Networking is really important. What I say is all our activities have to add value. So even if you were the only person who turned up, you'd get value out of it because you'd learn someone, or you'd get some information, you'd be signposted, you'd be given support. Consequently, of course, because all our events are value added and they're in good locations with good catering, good people, good presentations, the networking's fantastic because it's an extra on top of. So we don't just network. We help businesses with international trade. We offer business support and advice. We have all our events, which are value-added, informative, interesting, and consequently, networking is brilliant.
And across all age groups as well.
All age groups, all types. And we're trying to encourage our members to bring younger. We've got a 30 under 30 group, which is focused on bringing on the next generation. But we say bring them to all the events. They don't want to be in their own separate little group. Young people don't want to be patronised. There used to be a Plymouth Junior Chamber, and in fact the Plymouth Junior Chamber was responsible for the Tamar Bridge. It was their idea. They came up with a business plan, it was submitted, and away it went. But you get millionaire tech business owners at 20 now. They don't want to belong to a junior or anything.
I know, it's sickening, isn't it?
They still, how dare they? Yeah. But they still need help with bringing them on with the life skills, with the meeting people, shaking hands. So we say to all our members, bring younger members along, bring them as your team, show them how to work a room, and it's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, show them how to work a room. That's a really key tip. And actually, for those who perhaps are a bit nervous of events like this, because not everybody is as outgoing as us around this table, what tips and advice would you give to people wanting to come into a room like this, full of exhibitors, full of potential employers, full of people that they could potentially buy from? Where would you start?
I think, although some people are better at networking perhaps than others, I think everybody still has that same level of self-doubt and uncertainty. And the key thing is to fake it. Put on a smile, stick out your hand, say hi, because the person you're saying hi to is as uncertain as you. And if you take the initiative and say, hi, I'm Joe, I'm from the University of Exeter, you want to chat about some of the stuff that we do, they'll be relieved that you're talking to them. They'll be so grateful, they'll open up and chat straight back, and before you know it, you're in a conversation that extends beyond the work that you do. And you must remember that we're all just people.
Yes.
Everyone's got families and lives, and you can chat about that as well as work.
Yeah. Jessica, faking it. Do you agree? We should just fake it.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. What would you say to people wanting to come to an event like this?
I think you need to just come. You just have to think, I'm just going to do it, I'll go there and it will be fine. And generally it is fine.
Yeah,
you find that actually what you thought was going to be really terrible, it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm. And Paul, just to close with you.
I think it's testament today what it actually works. Just look behind it, as Stuart said, young and old, and there's people out there just talking to everyone. There is no age barriers, class, colour, sex, creed. There's a complete mixture of people out there.
Yeah.
I just got to come and do it.
And the good thing is,
it's a right mess, isn't it?
People like Paul, who's brilliant at networking, and so if you join the chamber, you join a family, and you very quickly get to know people, and you will feel comfortable in a room. But of course, really good networking is when you speak to the people you haven't met before. Because if you just go into a room and make a beeline for the person you know, right, that makes you comfortable. So I might go up and say to Paul the first time I walk into a room because I know him and makes me feel comfortable. But as we said, just get out. As Jess said, get out, shake a hand, just stick your hand out and say hello.
Yeah.
And people will be relieved. They want to join in and have a conversation. We're human beings. We're social animals. That's what we're here to do.
And just to close, once again, for those who perhaps have just joined us midstream, you announced earlier that next year's event is going to be bigger and better. Once again, why is that so?
Because it's going to be at the Plymouth Life Centre, 40% bigger hall, 40% more stands. We're going to make it about health and well-being and people. The Life Centre opening up in all their facilities. So we'll have rock climbing, bouldering, the pool, the yoga studio. We'll be hopefully doing live podcasts again, won't we, Paul?
Yes,
he's nodding.
yes,
Whether he wants to or not, he's doing it. So it's just going to be absolutely fantastic. There's parking on site, there's brilliant catering. I just cannot wait. It's going to be fantastic.
Neither can we. We're
Thank
so
you.
excited to be
It's
hosting
brilliant.
next year. Yeah.
Does this mean we can
It's
go
gonna be
for a
really
dip
good.
afterwards? Can we go for a dip afterwards?
Yes, you can.
We can, yeah.
Yeah, all our exhibitors and visitors will be told, bring your gym kit, bring your cosy, do a yoga class, do the lot.
Yeah, come to a business show and don't forget your gym kit. Right, Joe, Paul, Jessica, and of course Stuart, thank you very much for joining me on this particular edition of In Conversation with Live at the Devon Business Show. Before I go, let's just give a few more name checks out to Bright Solicitors, Photo Now CIC, Axis First, Nexus Open Systems, Beep Media, and many, many more. There are literally, I think there's over 100 exhibitors here just ready and waiting to say hello to you. Please do come down to Plymouth Pavilions for the Devon and Plymouth Chamber of Commerce Devon Business Show 2023.